Hi Collective, welcome to the channel. I'm Crystal, Divine Psychic Medium, delivering messages to you from the higher realms. Welcome in everyone. So this is going to be the energies of 12-7. I'm really excited. I don't know why, it's still this energy, you feel what's coming in. So I really wanted to get into the tarot and find out what's going on. Now I know a lot of it too, what really got me excited was seeing the human resonance. Oh my god, all white, it looks like it's snowing on this game. That's so beautiful because that is that white, high vibrational energy. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. It's so charged, right? So it's such a magical time. We're in this gateway of December. This is definitely the time of miracles, rapid manifestations. Let me tell you what, especially if you can feel this energy, it really gets you to get in alignment with your emotions and your feelings to really build and manifest, right? So if you are catching this in real time, okay, this energy is going to be coming through the 21st of December, but it's not going to stop after that because we're bringing, oh my gosh, I just can't even explain, okay, I need to slow it down. See, I'm getting really excited, but all of this energy that's coming through, right, it's raising the vibration, the energetic vibrations of this planet. As if you guys didn't know what the Schumann scale resonance is, the Schumann resonance is about, it's the energetic frequency of Earth, right? So we're reaching high levels we've never reached before. Plus, we've already seen a blackout, which we've never seen because we quantum level shifted this Earth, right? So definitely 5D is here. It's all about now integrating our bodies, right? Because some of you are still going through crystalline DNA activations, but little does the collective know that with the energies and the spiking, that is what's going on as Earth is feeling this energy. It's it's being purged out. But for some of you, it might take a little bit if you're still holding on to things that could be blocking your energetic shift. It's basically it's there for when you're ready, because if it's not, everybody's going to feel it, but depending on how fast your ascension goes is up to you, right? Because there's some of you, you're needing to clean things out. But you know what? That's why we have things going on too. Certain things are allowed, the rollout of everything with, I'm saying, the famine part has already started. As we know, it's systematically being taken out, and but here's me over here all excited when I'm finding out that everything's being exposed in the meats and stuff, and I'm just super excited because I know that that's what's going to cause a lot of people to cut it out and realize that, oh my gosh, yes, and then you're going to get the shift, and then they're not going to go back, right? So you're going to realize that you're shifting over, and then with all the poison and everything that's being exposed with the grocery store veggies and all of that, that's forcing everybody to go to, you know what I mean, locally owned and growing your own and more organically and things like that to avoid all of the chemicals, right? And things are being put in place, right, that's going to be pulling all of the chemicals out of the skies, out of the water and things like that. Even though it's not said, do you really think everything you know what I mean? You do just go change things. You don't tell everybody your plans, right? But that's what I mean for a lot of us that have been on Operation New Earth. We know all of this stuff, but now that it's all happening, and now that the darkness is becoming obsolete, literally, I got a download. I don't know if they wanted me to share it or not, but literally, there's been warnings, okay? This is happening in phases. There's certain phases that the darkness is not going to be able to withstand, and it's there's going to be no choice. They will be removed, right? I don't like to project that way, but they will be removed. However, I'm going to leave it at that, all right? Because if it's a threat, right, it's just you really, really have to be fighting against everything to stay on these darker timelines. But anyway, I don't even want to focus on that energy. I don't feel that I need to. Okay, so this Eight of Swords energy, this is the first one that came out. For some of you, you feel this big energy, but you don't see it yet. See, look at all of that, the sun, the light. Look how big that sun is, bringing in all that energy. All those swords are down below her, not surrounding her, trying to see how I feel about this Eight of Swords. Either way, it doesn't matter. Let's keep going. That's what I feel like. And that goes in line with the messages that I was getting yesterday, too, and the day before, that we need to not be focusing on the darkness, okay? Especially as, like, we start to see the illusions and the clarity and everything. It's not this time for us to even call people out on it. I mean, maybe for some of you, if you feel guided to call some people out, that's, like, showing them if they didn't know. Because some people are just oblivious to how they are, okay? But, like, all this energy too that's going around with, like, the NPCs, the non-playable characters, because they're so caught into trance. Like I said, systematically, things are being done that are taking out these blockages, right? Just like eating better, eating more healthier and clean, getting rid of these chemicals. Next is like the electronics. Well, like I said, systematically things are going to be going down. Also, to stop pulling people away from the electronics more. I feel like I could tap into all of these secrets, but I don't want to. Not on the camera, so I'm going to stop it. These are things that I may look into later, right? Because then they still are pulled into the collective. Because, yeah, it's cute how everybody thinks that, oh my gosh, they're doing everything, you know what I mean, online. And, yeah, well, it's way more than that. That's what I mean, to think that maybe that's why they always attack us, right? And they're like, no, we got to keep them constantly under attack, and we gotta constantly be messing with their electronics and everything, because, yeah, we have been using that technology, right, to connect and all of that network, but not everything is seen. Look at the sun card coming out. Look at how beautiful. What is the sun to you? Just how big and beautiful that is. Even with the Eight of Swords, like, oh my gosh. Two of Pentacles is coming out between there, so. Alright, let's just get into this energy. I want to stop reading. Okay, collectively. Focus on the energy that's surrounding me, right? Because if I just keep pulling in all of the energy that's coming through, like, it's going to keep being like this. A big, beautiful, like, it's breaking these cycles. It's showing you the way. It's showing your way out. Yeah, Chariot movement. Like, for some of you, like, you don't even have to do anything. Like, if you're in cycles and situations, like, you're going to vibrate right out of them. Like, the darkness is not able to handle. For some of you, like, I feel the decision that needs to be made here is just free to let go. Okay? Sometimes it's like it's meant for you to be seen too. And if you're a chosen one, like, you understand that everything has to be shown to you. You have, like, I mean, like, lies and things like that. And I know that everything that's done in the dark comes to light. What I more mean is that even if something is starting to come to light and you're like, I don't want to hear it, doesn't matter, I'm going to go over here, it's going to get brought up again. It's going to come about again, or you're going to stumble across it, because they want you to know. Because for a lot of you, it's part of, like, our initiations, because it's these little things like, Divine wants to make sure that it's not going to trigger you. If you are avoiding hearing the truth, it's because it's triggering you. Or they want to just simply make sure, because there's been a lot of times where I'm like, don't want to care, and then it comes about and I'm just like, I told you, it doesn't bother me. And then I literally hear my guides like, all right, well, we had to. You know what I mean? And it's also because they don't want the enemy to be able to use that and bring it up later. Like, if you ever had that, where it's like, maybe you didn't find out somebody got away with something, but then in a fight or in a moment, right, then they go bring that up, like, oh yeah, well, just to let you know this, you know, and then, you know, so it's little things like that. It's also, with that full disclosure too, like, it balances everything out. So I'm getting such, like, for some of you, because look, he's just standing there, it's like, really, like, I have this new beginning, like, I don't care to hear you. I don't care to know what happened. I'm already focused over here. Like, I know I do that a lot. I'm like, and I know my guides have been holding me back a lot. I'm like, I'm ready to manifest and do all this stuff. But then they're like, wait, you got to deal with this. You got to hear this. You got to, and I'm just like, so it's this energy, like, there's some of you, like, you were ahead of your time. Like, it's just like with me, like, I've known that, like, they got to me finally, like, I think last year, where I was, where I finally discovered that, like, oh yeah, like all of the content and all the work and everything that I do, like, is only being found in the quantum level realms, right? The ones that energetically connect with me and find me, that's my way of my stuff being cloaked, right? And that, but I didn't know that, like, all of my stuff was also being prepared for when others are awakening and leading to their path of ascension. You know what I mean? That I'm looking at, like, all of the content, all of the work that everything. I'm just like, oh wow. Like I said, and I was talking about this yesterday. For some of you, it's like you were being prepared for your positions for New Earth, and it's like you had to get trained and prepared for that. It's like you can't, and look at how far you came, because you can't just step into these new positions. It's like getting, if you ever stepped into a position or took a position that, like, you didn't know anything about, I know I did. I remember when I took a sales manager position, and all of a sudden I took over a brand new store, and they were like, you could have your own store in 6 months and all of this if you do good, and the pressure was on me. And then all of a sudden, like, I was in charge of, like, conference calls, and I remember I was like, I don't even know, like, percentages and things like that, other than do with, like, my 10, 12, like, I was like, what am I even doing? But it was like, I just remember thinking, like, wow, like, I had to learn so much, and it was so much more work because, you know, and I did it right, but, I was also hiding a pregnancy while I did it, so it was really, really stressful on me. But I remember, like, I had to do, like, you know, it was like a full-time job, but instead of putting in, like, 40 hours, like, I was literally putting in, like, 60, 70 hours, because then I was having to study and research all this stuff after work, and I was having to, like, write my schedule, you know, and all of that, and do all this stuff to prepare just outside, and it was just so overwhelming, and it was so much for me. And I remember it making me think, like, I ended up not going back to it, actually. After I took my maternity leave or whatever, I actually, like, didn't go back. I was just like, it's not worth all the stress and everything. So for some of you, like, that's why, too, like, they wanted to make sure. And for some of you, like, you had to prove that you were going to be able to handle some of these positions. And that's why I was talking about, too, and touching that. For some of you, it's like certain things were let to come your way to see if certain triggers were going to affect you or not, to see if you'd be able to even handle this position. Okay? And I'm not even saying, like, it's going to be a stressful situation, because it's not. But it's one of those, like, for some of you, like, because of the positions that you're taking, it's like you kind of needed to have certain things for your background just to kind of even give you that entitlement to be able to, like, because it's energetically, it's like, you know, the real ones that have been through stuff. Like, let's put it in, like, music, for instance, okay? Like, and that's what, like, a lot of these positions are, is everybody taking off in, like, their dreams and desires and their passions, right? But it's like, if you're fully not confident within, you can't go confidently be in the spotlight and be, you know what I mean? Like, you're going to have those doubts, or as soon as somebody may throw criticism your way or something like that, it could shut you down, right? So for some of you, it's like you were being prepared and going through initiations to prepare you for your positions, right? And that's what I'm saying. For a lot of you, like, you just got to choose it, because free will, like, you do get to choose that if and this is what you want. And however this relates, like, you'll know what this is, whether it's something that's already came in or you're feeling called to, because it's what you're thinking about, what you're feeling called to step into, right? If you still want this. And for some of you, like, you're going to be finding out. Like, all of a sudden you could just get an idea of, like, oh my gosh, like, this excites me so much. Like, I want to go down this pathway or whatever. And, like, you know that, like, yep, I got the confidence. Sorry, I'm elevating. Okay, so it's like, sorry, sometimes our air has to catch up with us when we're channeling. That's why you'll hear people talk about spiritual burps and things like that, especially when we're channeling. Like, we have to let the energy just slow it down. Okay. So, yeah, I'm getting this, I don't know why I heard departmentalized, or something like that. I don't know. Let's move on. Okay. But anyway, so there's this preparation or whatever. So for some of you, that's why, okay, you had to be exposed to certain things. You had to learn certain things. You had to experience them. Okay. But this new beginning is here. This full card energy. But see, it's coming up in over here. Like, I feel like this already came in. Seeing even like the Five of Wands with the Fool card, like this is something like you had to train and prepare for. And you know, you learn the best through matters of the heart, through those life lessons, right? Through. It's just like, for instance, like, I'm trying not to project because I don't want to talk about, like, even I'm doing what I'm teaching here where I'm trying to not talk about, like, a lot of the past and the dramas and the betrayals and all of that. But it's about how you turn those things into passions, right? And you're accepting of it. And that was a big part too, accepting and healing that you attracted that position because you weren't ready. But for some of you, like, you're just going to get the realize, like, yeah, it wasn't because I was putting out that energy. It was because of what I was going for, what I was being prepared for, right? I was being initiated into something. And then you understand, like I said, a year ago, once I realized, or was finally told, like, you're being initiated into this, right? That's why, you know, and it was getting harder and harder. And I remember, and nothing ever got me to where it wanted to stop, but I just remember thinking, like, we need the alliance needs to come to. I just remember thinking that, like, we got to come together. This is a lot. Like, we're not connecting enough, because we're not blocking out enough of the darkness, right? And I just remember thinking, like, if it keeps, like, escalating to these levels and these things, and seeing that more people not awakening and things like that. But it's all I feel for a lot of you, you just you're in this energy where I'm where it's like you finally realize that we were, like, sustaining the energy. We were waiting for the veil to be lifted. Like, we were waiting for God, divine source, to step in, and it's happened. So it's like that's what I mean. Like, it's now we're able to connect. And that's what I mean for a lot of you. Like, you went through the like, you knew we were connecting, but maybe you weren't seeing it. And I feel for a lot of you, you're starting to see it. And I'm seeing so many more collaborations and connections and coming together collectively and things taking off. And I've been just seeing so many chosen ones popping off. And it's so beautiful. So, and I know for a lot of it, it was like spell work and things that were being projected in my energy. And for some of you, it's like your environments. But I'm going to tell you what, like, I had to be isolated, like, really isolated, for me to go through a purging and a healing because I didn't realize so much energy was getting siphoned from me on the daily that it wasn't allowing me to do any of that healing. It was just like I was getting so drained that I wasn't getting enough energy to heal myself and to get the downloads, because you have to be calm, you know what I mean, not be in this frantic energy. So for some of you, you could have went through some, and it could look like literally like losing a job, okay? And now all of a sudden you're at home, you're by yourself, and you're normally off at work, and maybe you stay in for a couple days, but that's why for some of you, like, just take a break. Because if you were in 3D matrix jobs that were not fulfilling your soul's calling, those ain't working out no more. Okay, so yeah. All right, let's keep going. Let's get some more cards. The Queen of Cups, yeah. So see, you stayed in this beautiful, loving energy. Okay, so you made it through initiations and tests. You made it through the hard times. Like, the hard times are over. Like, that's what I mean. Literally, whenever, like, if a situation arises and, like, you see it and you don't want to deal with it, like, you can walk away from it and know that it's going to be handled. Right? 10 of Pentacles. Oh, my gosh. Legacy timelines. Like, yes. Like the times of, like, struggle, strife, all of that is over. Oh, my goodness. It's just let it go, right? And that could be why, too, we've got, like, these double new moons, okay? We have 2 new moons in the month of December. So it's considered our black new moon. So I don't know if, I guess it would be the second one in a cycle. So really our black new moon would be the one on December 30th. New moons are a time of new beginnings, right? But it's like, with this energy, okay, and with what was going on, because so many cycles are closing out and these new beginnings because of the 12-12, you know what I mean, and us reaching this reset, right? And because we just shifted over into Age of Aquarius, right? And it's like, you know, a lot of times it's like you have to see a cycle, and it's that energy of what I was showing with the seam, right? That you don't want to see it, but it's like you had to be shown it. Because for a lot of you, it's that energy too that for karmic justice and rewards, it's like, you know how sometimes like you could say like, I forgive them, you know, but it's like until you see them go through the struggle or go through like what they projected upon you or did to you, like, and it's not even that like you need that satisfaction, but it allows you to like be at ease with it. Because some of these people are just so stubborn that we're coming against you, that we're, oh my gosh, doing the most, right? That you kept this loving heart, forgiveness and all of that, walked away, like they'll never come in and apologize for it, and you know that. But it's like for some, especially like, I don't want to get into all that, but it's like you're going to be seeing them going through all the things that they projected, right? Or hearing about it or seeing or whatever. That's what I mean. For some of you, you're gonna be like, I don't even want to know. Like, that's unfortunate, you know. Just send, you know, love and healing, because it's too bad, right? Because they could have been here for this beautiful time. That's kind of their biggest karmic punishment, is that they don't get to be here for what we're building. They were supposed to be. So to me, these are more the fallen, right? And it was kind of like their last chance. There's a lot of people that this was like their last chance to like get it right, okay? And they failed that. So it's, excuse you. So it's unfortunate that they're missing out, you know, but that's why not everybody can go with you, okay? Yeah, 8 of Cups, 5 of Swords, Judgment. Like, for some of you, like, Divine's called Judgment too, or you're being told, and you know when you're getting told by the Most High to stand down, walk away, you know these movements are going to happen, like, and this is energy, like, for some of you, like, they need to see you leveling up, and this that energy, too, of, like, your table being prepared in front of your enemies, like, literally, that's what's going on. So now back to the moon, what I was saying is, that's why it's, like, you know, this new moon that brought in these new beginnings, but it was like, for a lot of you, these new beginnings could have came in while these endings were happening, and it's also like, for a lot of you, you might not have seen the new beginnings coming in because it could have been cloaked, it could have been hidden. I could have been exposing some of it to you right here. Like, you could be like, why is this not working? Like, this would be my justice, this would be my justice, but Divine's got something better for you, right? And you're being offered it or whatever, guided to it, right? But you got to let go of what you're focusing on, right? That's why I said for some of you, you know, like, say it was an injustice with the job. Say, for, like, I'm getting this strong energy, like, with money and job and things like that. So for some of you, maybe, you know what I mean? Like, you lost some sort of job or something. So, like, you're like, you know, my justice would be, you know what I mean? And I know this is a very intense time, but this is why it's happening so much and it's so big with Christmas and stuff too, is to show you that it's not all about the material and money and all of that, okay? Anyway, so but if you stop, so for some of you, just take a break, relax, be in the moment, be in this moment of just thinking about what would make you, you know, the happiest, like inner child energy, like play. This is the season of miracles. Go around looking at Christmas lights, take in the season, all of that experiences of the family and the beautiful love and the connection, not just the money and the material things. Don't think about those things, you know, but just that I feel is going to be like awakening so many, and then allowing this energy that's coming in to resonate. Because for some of you, it's the energies around you, right? And that's what I mean. So for some of you, these things did come in with the last new moon, right? But you weren't feeling it. Was it December 2nd? So it was our first new moon? Or, no, it was on the 1st, right? Either way, the beginning of December. Could have brought this in, or but also just major closing out. But this second new moon, so by the end of December, And also their Chinese solstice is December 21st or the 22nd. I might have it wrong. I heard the 22nd yesterday. But I thought it was the 20th. Either way, before Christmas is solstice, right? So that's also another major thing that's going to happen to clear and close these cycles. And there was also something with like karmic relationships and stuff with another transit or movement. What was that? Oh, this is on December 9th, Venus in Aquarius forms a powerful trine with South Node and Lilith, opening a rare cosmic portal of love and connection. So the South Node is nearing the end of its journey through Libra. It's a profound time to bring closures to karmic relationships and release old patterns that no longer serve us. By letting go of these past ties, we create space for new love and deeper connections to enter our lives that are aligned with our current path and growth. Because there's some of you, you're going to realize that a lot of these relationships were transactional, which, let's be honest, they all are. Everything that we do is transactional from something, just like everything that we experience is a mirrored reality, okay, is literally a part of us. Like for some of you, you might be finally letting go of like the twin flame relationship, right? Labels, because especially if you're trying to manifest like a certain person, a certain idea, like you need to know that that doesn't matter, because if you're causing that separation, and then that could also make you feel as though maybe you're not good enough, or why, you know what I mean? Like you can't focus on the person. You need to be whole and complete within yourself, and just know that if you do that and you let go, right, of certain people and situations. And for some of you, you might have partners where your twins did turn karmic too. That could be really hard, because there's some of you might have been stuck in this energy like, well, I have to. This is my twin or whatever. But if you realize that they turn karmic, right, you let it go, that you're going to get a higher level love. You're going to get a spiritual love. You don't think that Most High God, Divine Source, your higher self had that figured out for you, had that plan for you, had a backup plan for you. That's why I said for some of you, like, there is a level higher than twin flames that I was talking about called the twin rays, right? And that's who you decide, right? Who really you decide, but it also your divine team and all that is helping guide like the perfect match, but it's this higher vibrational love where it's going to be love that is unconditional, where it's not physical, right? Where it was transactional, that this is going to be a love that is like not transactional, because it's about sacred unions and coming together and the merging, right? So for a lot of you, it's just like mindset levels within the mind, conscious level things you're letting go of, patterns. And also like it takes a little bit of time sometimes to retrain your thought process, kind of like rewire, like especially if you have the same routines and patterns. Like I'm going to talk about a big one that I realized that changed my life dramatically when I did it, and how simple this was. Okay, so we know how powerful water is, and manifesting with water, and water's a portal, right? It holds energy. If you don't know water's powerful by now, well, I just changed your world today, okay? But water is a portal, okay? It's very, very powerful. It holds energy, it holds knowledge, it holds everything, okay? So water's very powerful. So most people don't realize that. That's why it's really important to shower, you know, every day. Cleanse your temple, your vessel, right? Anyway, so some have heard many things that you can do, cleansing and stuff, showering, like envisioning all that dark energy falling off of you, cleansing or whatever. All right. So one of the biggest things that I was doing, because I was a busy mom, right? Like at one point I was working 3 jobs, single mom with all my children, right? So I didn't have a lot of time, right? So I remember that whenever I would like be in the shower would be the only time that I'd have time I'd feel I could think, where I wasn't like running around with my kids, you know, and doing things for them and planning things out. So, but then at the same time, it was my only time I felt like I could relax. So when I was in the shower, first I would just kind of be like trying to relax and just thinking about everything and processing everything that happened, because it's like a lot of times I couldn't even process the day because I'd be so busy running around working, getting all that, and then when I'd finally get a time to do the shower or whatever. So anyway, so then my mind started to constantly be like on repeat, that even when I changed my life and got to be a stay-at-home mom, I was doing the same thing. Whenever I'd get in the shower, I would just be processing everything that happened. And yeah, it was, I felt as though I was relaxing and things like that. But then it just constantly got to where every time I get in the shower, I'd constantly let me think about everything that happened, whether it was a bad day, whether it was a good day. And so one day I just realized, like, why every time am I in here am I not, like, manifesting? Why am I not planning? Why am I not meditating? Why am I not letting go of all of it? Why am I thinking about everything instead of letting go of everything? It don't matter. It's already done. When you start to learn to be in the moment, like, yeah, you got the knowledge, but let it go. What you think about, you bring about. What you're thinking about. So a lot of us get stuck on these cycles and these patterns, these repeats. That's how they keep us so busy and distracted, right? In this world with things, because they don't want us, to think. And that's why all these things will constantly have you be thinking about the past or planning the future. And that's why there's so many different things to always buy. And that's why there's all these different things that keep just, oh my gosh. That's why I say you have to be able to quiet the mind down and calm down to be in the present moment to create. So, like I said, look, 3 of Cups. See, this unions is definitely, it's not working again. It is?
Yeah, I can put my feet down.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm almost done, baby. I'm at 30 minutes. Okay. So, First to talk about the manifestation in the shower. So when I finally, so then I just like be strict with myself. Like, nope, shower is not a time to think about what's happened already. I was like, no, Crystal. I was like, Divine, you need to come in and you need to give me some beautiful assistance. You need to be showing me things, So then I started to use that time to cleanse my vessel, to be thinking about my chakra systems, activating light frequency through each of my chakra systems, clearing them out. Then I started to realize, like, oh my gosh, now I'm getting my downloads. And now, oh my gosh. And what did I say about water being one of the tools? That's why it's one of the elements. Earth, air, fire, water, baby. So, yeah. There's something that you could do to reprogram your mind. Maybe start working with water. Maybe start setting your intentions, things like that. But things are about to get really, really magical and exciting. This is a very, very beautiful time. Know that. I feel for a lot of you, like, there's just so much abundance. Look at the 7 of Pentacles. He's holding a whole plate of apples. Look at all those coins above his head. Oranges. Look at all of that. Like, you're going to be seeing all of this stuff, like, all around you. And it's like a mindset. See? Sometimes it literally just could be like, wow, the devil, yeah, see? It's because you did all this beautiful work too, is also why things were sent in, so you wouldn't see that. And they'll use the ones closest to us. Because a lot of times especially like people with like heavy energy, especially when like you're in these levels, like you feel it. When someone dark's coming up to you or someone with a heavy energy, like, and you can easily pull yourself out. It's just like when I have people that come in, like, I know I keep it short, things like that, where I'm not staying in an energy too much, right? So it's easier to walk away than it is family, friends, close ones that already had the ins, right? So for some of you, like, you're realizing that. And that's why I just keep healthy boundaries, okay? It doesn't mean, for some of you, you may be isolate, cutting them out or whatever, but I'm getting for a lot of you, like, you're gonna see people's true colors too when you pull back your energy. Okay. Some of you, it's really gonna be shown. That's why, like, you pull your energy back from, it's like, if you want to know if it's love or lust, you pull back that sexual energy, you're gonna find out real quick if there's entity attachments, right? So, all right, but remember, it's not their fault. In a way, it is, but it's because they're hurt, they're broken. If anything, the enemy was coming after you through your family and friends. So you need to keep yourself safe by healthy boundaries, but send them love. And it's unfortunate that our family and our friends and our loved ones get compromised by the devil, but the devil uses the ones closest to us, right? And use anything and anybody that has a wounding, right, can be subjected to infiltration. So, all right. right, so I'm going to leave the reading here. I'm sending love and light to all of you. Definitely feel free to watch whatever you feel guided to. You hear all those sirens and all of that? Some big stuff is coming in. Big changes, right? There's definitely lots of tower moments, right? But I know that you guys are divinely protected. Okay, there's so much more protection and light and abundance here. Just trust what you feel, trust your intuition. So like if you're, when you're guided. Just like it's interesting, I said in this reading, like I know when I'm told to stand down. Sometimes I hear it loud, like sometimes my team will tell me sit down, not another word. Like I'll literally hear that and I'll have to just sit down and not say another word because but those are the times where I know that like that's my protection, because the time set. It's like if I wouldn't listen to my team telling me that, then it might be time set. Or it's just sometimes they'll tell you to cause you to quit doing energy exchange because you feel it, this dark energy. Like I was talking about this earlier, I think with my kid, where I was saying that it's just like when you see somebody arguing with you and they're angry, just don't respond, because if you do, you start to fuel it. And how do fights normally break out and happen? They have to happen after a bunch of words are exchanged, and then they build and build and build, So you stop exchanging words, you stop fueling that, or you say things of love and light, right? But a lot of times they're even popping off trying to flip everything, So they'll tell a lie to get a response out of you to get you. You know what I mean? They know how to play the game. You need to remember these are like entities, right? So it's not always the person that you're even fighting with anyways. It's the entity attached to them. Do you really want to go around playing with entities and all that? No. Pisses them off more when you don't play the games. I know I like to call them out. It's not the best thing. I sort of like, sometimes I try to talk to the team, and that's not good to do that, because I've realized that and those are often the times after I do that my team sit down and not say another word. So I would not advise against that. Love and light, clear energy back, walk away. Love and light to all of you. Bye, guys.